Here's what's popping in the news this morning. Hall of Famer football player Shannon Sharpe demanded Tuesday that a 10-minute sex tape, quote unquote, of himself be publicly disclosed. Instead, and insisting he is the target of a shakedown, quote unquote, by a woman accusing him of rape in a civil lawsuit. Sharpe made the unusual request on Instagram 2 days after a woman who says she was in an exclusive relationship with Sharpe and accused him of sexual abuse. He's a TV analyst and a podcaster who lashed out at both the Jane Doe, the accuser, and the attorney, Tony Busby, who represented several female massage therapists who accused quarterback Deshaun Watson of sexual assault. So much going on. But his lawyer has named the woman who filed the lawsuit. Now, the suit seeks more than $50 million in compensatory, oh gosh, so many big words, $50 million in compensation, I'm just editing that, and punitive damages. All right, so that's what's going on with Shannon Sharpe. Meanwhile, DEI rollbacks hit campus support systems across the country for students of color. Campus mentors, move-in events, scholarships, diversity offices that make them feel welcome on predominantly white campuses. As the U.S. colleges pull back on diversity, equity, and inclusion practices, students of color say they are starting to lose all of these things and more. The full scope of campus DEI rollbacks is still emerging as colleges respond to the Trump administration's orders against diversity practices. But some students say that early cuts are chipping away at the sense of the community that had opened the door to higher education. We're going to get back on this story more because a lot of people are talking about DEI and how DEI is taking a toll on a lot of, schools. Thoughts on that real quickly, gentlemen?
I don't like it. I don't like this administration. They're doing this wrong.
Agree. Yeah, man. One of the Men of Color Summit for us, for Clemson, was canceled this year because of DEI, because of Donald Trump's DEI initiative. And I went to the Men of Color Summit 2 years ago here in South Carolina. And that's what the administration wants. That's pretty what they get.
Was that your first time?
Yeah, my first time. My first and last time, yeah.
I was about to say, Trump made that your first and last visit.
Yep, it sure was my first and last visit. Ricky Smiley was there. He was there. We had a guy for Shark Tank. You know what I'm talking about? The black guy, Damian. What's his name? He made FUBU. Damon.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
It was Bill O'Reilly.
It wasn't no Bill. Shut up. It wasn't no Bill O'Reilly. Looked like some Bill O'Reilly. DEI is still going around, man. As we said last hour, the full scope of campus DEI rollbacks is still emerging as colleges respond to Trump's administration orders against diversity practices. But students at some schools say the early cuts are chipping away from the sense of the community that has opened the door to higher education. The retreat has been building for years, driven by Republican-led states that have ordered public colleges to close DEI offices and eliminate programs. So, Trump administration has escalated the battle when it is suggested in a letter to Harvard University that the school should lose its nonprofit status for defying federal orders, including a demand to eliminate DEI to the satisfaction of the federal government. So, February, Education Department came and sent a memo saying that they want to eliminate race from any decision making around hiring, administrations, housing, financial aid, and student life. And it warned violators that they could lose access to federal money. So, in his story, looking towards that, over 150 college presidents signed a letter rebuking, so I'm going to say it again, Damian, rebuking Trump administration's overreach. Every single Ivy League school, except for Dartmouth, has signed on to the letter. They sent a letter condemning the Trump administration's recent efforts to dictate the policies of higher education institutes in exchange for federal funding. What are your thoughts about that, gentlemen? Because they saying we don't care, we don't give a damn what y'all telling us to do. What do you think? This is heavy on you, Damian, too, because education is in your field.
Well, yeah, it really is. It really is. I just at this point, I hate to have to say this, but I'm just giving up hope. I really am. I'm giving up hope. I feel like there's nothing possible. There's nothing that we can't do. Like, seriously. But that's how I feel, though. I know not with other people out there, but that's how I feel. It's just giving up hope, because I feel like nothing, because this man is
Yeah, this whole administration is jacked up. But hey, it's all not on him. It's all on the Republicans who are allowing this to happen. Am I right, TJ? Because this is the Republicans' agenda. Trump is just the guy that's going to get away with it.
Yeah,
like always.
Yep.
This is just another Project 2025 deal that everybody could have read before election. What was the date? November the 5th, 2024 came about. Y'all could have read it but hey,
no, y'all could have did y'all thing, but y'all didn't want to.
I was going to say hashtag she told you. I just want to say that. That's all I'm going to say.
I ain't gonna say she told you so, but she told you.
She did.
She sure did. All right, that's it for me with the news right there. That's a little bit what's popping there. Be careful. You had these Ivy League schools, man. Gotta show up, show out.